You ever look out the window of a plane and just marvel at it all? I mean, we're hurtling through the air, miles above the earth at hundreds of miles an hour. But you might think flying is all about peanuts, window views, and awkward bathroom lines. But what if I told you there's a darker, more turbulent side of aviation you've never heard of? Today, we're diving into 10 facts about airplanes that'll make even the most fearless flyers raise an eyebrow, or two. Tray tables up, seatbelts tight, it's gonna get bumpy. You ever hear of the Coffin Corner? No, it ain't some dusty old bar in the bad part of town. See, up at those cruising altitudes where the air's thin and unforgiving, jets operate in a terrifyingly narrow zone. Fly too slow, and you lose lift, stalling out and dropping like a stone. Fly too fast and the stress on the plane, well, let's just say it could tear itself apart. That delicate balance, that tightrope walk between too slow and too fast, that's the Coffin Corner. Pilots, they train for this, know how to dance on that edge. Ever been caught in a thunderstorm? The kind that makes you feel like the world's ending? Now imagine being in a metal tube, 30,000 feet up, when one of those bad boys rolls in. Here's a fun fact. Planes get struck by lightning on average once every 3,000 flight hours. Some jets, they take hits multiple times a year. Now before you panic, planes are built for this. They're designed to conduct electricity, channeling the bolt's energy around the cabin and out through the wings. But a strong enough bolt? That's a different story. Those oxygen masks that drop down when things get hairy, they ain't some endless supply of breathable air. See, if the cabin pressure drops suddenly, say at 35,000 feet, you've got about 15 seconds of useful consciousness. After that, well, let's just say your brain starts taking a nap. Those masks, they're powered by tiny chemical generators. They don't pump endless oxygen, just enough to buy you some time. So when that mask drops, don't panic, but do grab it like your brain depends on it, because it kinda does. Ever walked out on a freezing winter day only to find your car covered in a sheet of ice? Now imagine that happening to an airplane wing, at 30,000 feet. See, up there you've got super-cooled water. Water that's colder than freezing but hasn't turned to ice, yet. When a plane flies through this stuff, it can freeze instantly on impact, adding weight and messing with the smooth airflow over the wings. In extreme cases, chunks of ice can break off, damaging the plane or even, well, you get the picture. So, that de-icing procedure before takeoff, it ain't just a winter formality, folks. Ever been on a roller coaster in the dark? You feel like you're going up, down, sideways, all at once. Now imagine that feeling in a plane, thousands of feet in the air. That's spatial disorientation. In darkness or thick clouds, your inner ear, the part that tells you which way is up, gets confused. Pilots, even experienced ones, can fall victim to this. They think they're climbing, when they're actually nosediving. That's why pilots train in simulators, learning to trust their instruments over their gut feeling. Let's talk about those airplane seats. You know, the ones we cram ourselves into, hoping for a smooth ride. Those seats are designed to withstand incredible forces, 16 times the force of gravity to be exact. That's like you suddenly weighing 2,000 pounds, but here's the thing, in a really bad crash, the forces can go way beyond that. So while those seats are tough, they ain't invincible. And hey, here's a free tip. Maybe don't recline your seat during mealtime. Ever been hit by a bug while driving? Now imagine that bug was a 15-pound goose, and you were flying a plane at 250 knots. Bird strikes, folks. They're a real problem. A bird hitting a plane at that speed, it's like a feathered cannonball. It can shatter windshields, dent the fuselage, and even take out an engine, sometimes both engines. So next time you see a flock of birds near the runway, maybe send a little prayer up above. You ever smell something burning and your heart just skips a beat? Now imagine that smell, on a plane, 30,000 feet up. Cabin fires, they're rare, but they happen. And when they do, things can go south real fast. A small fire in the galley, a lithium battery going haywire. It doesn't take much to fill a plane with smoke, and it ain't the smoke that's the real killer, it's the toxic fumes. So yeah, maybe take a minute to memorize that safety card after all. We've got all this incredible technology, these sophisticated machines, these highly trained pilots, and yet, you know what causes the vast majority of plane crashes? Us, humans. 70 to 80% of crashes are still caused by human error. Fatigue, miscommunication, bad decisions, we all make them. But up in the air, those mistakes, they can have dire consequences. Even with autopilot, it's still humans in the driver's seat. And sometimes, well, we miss the mark. Ever seen those movies where someone opens a door mid-flight and everyone gets sucked out? Yeah, that ain't how it works. Thanks to something called pressurization, those doors are basically sealed shut while you're up in the air. But there's always a but, ain't there? In rare cases, like if there's a sudden decompression or a structural failure, well, that door, it can fly right off. And anything not buckled in? Yeah, it goes with it. So, remember what your mama always told you, buckle up. So, there you have it. 10 shocking facts about airplanes that might make you want to book a train ticket instead. But before you swear off flying forever, remember this. Flying is still one of the safest ways to travel. It's a testament to human ingenuity, a marvel of engineering, science and skill, but like anything in life there are risks. So, next time you're up in the air, enjoy the view, appreciate the wonder of it all, and stay real curious.